Imagine waking up each morning feeling a little stronger than the day before. You rise with energy, confidence, and the freedom to move without worrying, am I getting weaker as I age? What if I told you that growing older doesn't have to mean losing your strength? In fact, with the right foods, yes, simple everyday foods, you can help protect your muscles, rebuild what you've lost, and stay active, steady, and independent for years to come. Today, we're diving into a powerful topic that could completely shift how you think about aging and vitality. We're revealing 7 science-backed foods that help slow or even reverse muscle loss, a condition known as sarcopenia, and support long-term strength from the inside out. If you've ever noticed that your legs feel less stable, or climbing stairs leaves you a bit winded, or if you simply want natural, realistic ways to stay strong, this video is made just for you. These aren't just healthy foods. They're practical, proven, and they could be game changers for how you feel each day. So before we jump in, take a second to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. It's a small way to show you're investing in your health, and it helps us keep creating helpful, real-world content just like this. We're going to walk through each food, starting with number 7 all the way to number 1, each with simple tips to make it part of your everyday life. Whether you're new to clean eating or just want to fine-tune your routine, you're in exactly the right place. Let's take the first step together towards stronger muscles and a healthier future. Let's start with the food that takes the number 7 spot on our list. But don't let that number fool you. This one might already be sitting in your fridge, quietly waiting to help you rebuild your strength, if you're using it the right way. We're talking about chicken breast, a simple, familiar food that's earned its place as a gold standard for muscle support, especially for adults over 60. Now here's something you might not know. One single 3-ounce serving of skinless chicken breast gives you around 26 grams of complete protein. That's enough to meet nearly half of the daily protein needs for many older adults in just one meal. And this isn't just any protein. It's the kind your muscles crave after a long day of walking, gardening, or simply going about your life. It contains all 9 essential amino acids, meaning your body can immediately use it to repair and rebuild muscle tissue, especially overnight when most muscle recovery happens. But protein isn't the only reason chicken breast deserves your attention. It's also packed with vitamin B6, which helps support nerve communication. So when your brain tells your legs to move, they respond faster and more smoothly. And it delivers selenium, a trace mineral linked to better muscle coordination and immune function. 2 things that become increasingly important as we age. Here's where many older adults unintentionally go wrong. They focus on breakfast or lunch but skip protein at dinner, thinking a bowl of soup or toast will do the trick. But evening is when your muscles need fuel to repair, and that sandwich or salad may not be enough. Joe, 68, from Florida, made a simple switch. He started swapping out his late-night sandwich for grilled chicken and roasted veggies. After just 3 weeks, he told me with a smile, "My knees don't creak like they used to, and I can lift my grandson again." And honestly, I've seen this happen again and again. When I work with older clients, chicken breast is often the first food I recommend. Why? Because it's affordable, easy to cook, and gentle on the stomach. You don't need exotic ingredients or expensive powders, just real food that works. You can season it with rosemary and garlic, bake it with lemon, or toss it into a stir-fry. Make a little extra, and you've got lunch for tomorrow. Simple, nourishing, effective. The bottom line? Chicken breast is one of the most practical tools you have to fight muscle loss, and it fits right into the kind of meals you're already making. It's not fancy, it's not trendy, but it's powerful. And that's exactly the kind of food we're going to keep exploring as we move down the list. Continuing with the food that takes the number 6 spot, this one might be small in size, but it packs a serious punch when it comes to protecting your strength. You might think of it as just a snack, something to munch on during commercials or while waiting for the coffee to brew. But in reality, a handful of almonds is like nature's little muscle-supporting multivitamin. What makes almonds so powerful? First, they're rich in plant-based protein, about 6 grams per ounce, which your muscles need daily, especially as your body gets less efficient at using protein with age. But that's just the start. Almonds also deliver magnesium, a mineral that helps your muscles contract and relax smoothly. Low magnesium levels, surprisingly common in older adults, can lead to muscle cramps, weakness, and even trouble sleeping. Then there's vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that protects muscle cells from damage caused by inflammation or stress. Think of it as armor for your muscles, helping them stay resilient even as your body naturally slows down. A study by Tufts University found that older adults who regularly ate nuts like almonds had significantly better muscle preservation over 5 years than those who didn't. That's a big deal when you think about what's at stake: your ability to walk, lift, carry, and stay independent. Now, here's something I see far too often. People buy flavored or sugar-coated almonds thinking they're making a healthy choice, but those extras can cancel out many of the benefits. Stick with raw or dry roasted almonds whenever possible. They're just as tasty and much better for your body. So how do you work them into your day? I always tell my clients, start small. Add a spoonful to your morning oatmeal, toss them into a salad, or pair them with a piece of fruit for a steady energy boost in the afternoon. Personally, I keep a small container in my kitchen drawer right next to the tea bags. It's my go-to when I feel that mid-morning dip. It's not just about the calories. It's about sending your body the right message. I still care about my strength. I'm still building, even now. And that's what makes almonds so special. They're easy, they're portable, and for something so tiny, they can make a lasting difference in how your body feels day to day. Continuing with the food holding the number 5 spot, this one might not be flashy, but it's a quiet hero that works behind the scenes to keep your muscles firing strong and steady. You've probably had it on your plate before, maybe even pushed it aside. But once you understand what spinach actually does for your body, especially after 60, you might start looking at those green leaves a whole lot differently. Spinach is loaded with magnesium, iron, and vitamin K, 3 nutrients that play a direct role in how your muscles move, heal, and stay supported over time. Magnesium is especially critical. It helps muscles contract and relax smoothly, and when levels drop too low, you're more likely to feel cramps, tightness, or unexplained soreness. According to the National Institutes of Health, nearly half of adults over 60 don't get enough magnesium from their diet. And the older we get, the harder it becomes for our bodies to absorb it efficiently. That means even if you're eating well, you could still be running low. Iron is another big one, because your muscles don't just need protein, they need oxygen to perform. Iron helps build hemoglobin, the protein that carries oxygen through your blood to every cell, including your muscle tissue. And vitamin K? It keeps your bones strong and stable, because strong muscles mean nothing if the foundation they support is crumbling. Here's a mistake I see all the time. People boil spinach until it's limp and gray, thinking it's healthier when soft. But overcooking actually destroys many of the nutrients your body needs. Instead, try lightly sautéing it with olive oil and garlic, or tossing a handful into a smoothie with banana and Greek yogurt. Margaret, 74 from Michigan, does this every morning. She calls it her green energy cup and swears it helps her stay steady on her feet during her morning walks. From my experience, spinach is one of those foods that's easy to overlook, but once you get in the habit of using it regularly, you feel the difference in your legs, your balance, even your focus. I like to think of spinach as daily maintenance for your muscles, like stretching, but with a fork. And if you're still here with us, thank you. That already means you care about your health. If this video has helped you in any way so far, just drop a number 1 in the comments below. That's our little way of knowing you're still with us and that we're walking this journey together. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that button and the little bell icon. That way you won't miss the next simple habit or small tip that could help you feel stronger, steadier, and more free day by day. Continuing with the food that takes the number 4 spot, this one is small, familiar, and often underestimated. But when it comes to rebuilding strength after 60, eggs are one of the most powerful tools sitting right there in your fridge. Here's the thing. Most people think of eggs as a breakfast food, something quick and easy. But what many don't realize is that eggs are actually one of the most complete sources of nutrition for your muscles, brain, and energy systems, all in one neat little shell. Each egg delivers around 6 to 7 grams of complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids your body needs to repair and maintain muscle tissue. That's the same kind of high-quality protein you'd find in meat or fish, without the heaviness or expense. But eggs don't stop there. They're also a rare natural source of vitamin D, which supports muscle contractions by helping your body absorb calcium more efficiently. And they're packed with vitamin B12, which plays a critical role in nerve signaling. So when your brain says move, your muscles get the message loud and clear. There's also choline, a lesser-known nutrient that helps with brain-muscle communication and overall energy production. Now let me say this, because I know it's on some of your minds. What about cholesterol? It's a valid concern, but the latest research, including from Harvard Medical School, shows that for most healthy adults, eating up to 1 egg a day is not only safe, it's beneficial, especially when it replaces processed carbs or sugary breakfasts. Here's what I recommend. Start your morning with 2 scrambled eggs, a handful of spinach, and maybe a sprinkle of feta cheese. It's quick, satisfying, and fuels your body in all the right ways. Or, if mornings aren't your thing, enjoy eggs as a light lunch or a post-exercise snack. Personally, I love making a veggie-packed omelet with mushrooms and bell peppers. It's one of those meals that feels comforting, but also purposeful. To me, eggs are like nature's version of a multivitamin, except your body actually knows how to absorb everything inside. They're affordable, versatile, and easy to digest, which is especially important as we get older. The key is consistency. Just 1 or 2 eggs a day can quietly support your strength, balance, and energy. And over time, that adds up to real, lasting change. Continuing with the food in the number 3 spot, this one isn't just delicious, it's one of the most therapeutic foods you can put on your plate. If you've ever felt lingering soreness after a walk, or that stiff, achy feeling in your joints the next morning, you might be dealing with something deeper than just age. It could be chronic low-grade inflammation, and one of the best natural ways to fight that? Salmon. This vibrant, flavorful fish is loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA, which are known for their powerful anti-inflammatory effects. According to Harvard Health, omega-3s not only help protect the heart and brain, but they also boost muscle protein synthesis, particularly in older adults. That means your body can build and repair muscle tissue more effectively, right when it matters most. But the benefits don't stop at the muscles. Salmon is also rich in vitamin D, which plays a critical role in bone strength and immune support, and vitamin B12, which supports energy metabolism and nerve health. And let's not forget selenium, a trace mineral that works like a bodyguard for your cells, helping muscles recover faster and function more efficiently. Here's something I always share with my older clients. If you're staying active, even light walking or yard work, your body needs recovery just like an athlete. And salmon gives you the exact nutrients to help do that safely and naturally. Now there's one thing to watch out for. Not all salmon is created equal. Farmed salmon often contains fewer omega-3s and may carry unwanted contaminants. When possible, go for wild caught. It tends to have a cleaner nutritional profile and a richer flavor. Cooking salmon doesn't have to be complicated. Bake it with a little lemon and olive oil, pan-sear it with herbs, or flake it into a fresh salad with arugula and cherry tomatoes. My personal favorite? I do a simple foil-baked salmon with a drizzle of Dijon mustard, lemon slices, and thyme. It takes 20 minutes and makes my kitchen smell like a fancy bistro. What I love most about salmon is that it's not just fuel, it's repair food. It tells your body, I see you working hard, and here's something to help you bounce back. And when you make that part of your routine, you don't just recover, you grow stronger with time. Continuing with the food in the number 2 spot, this one is smooth, creamy, and surprisingly powerful when it comes to keeping your muscles strong and your digestion working like clockwork. It might look like a dessert, but Greek yogurt is actually one of the most efficient, muscle-friendly foods you can eat, especially as you get older. Here's why it stands out. Greek yogurt has nearly twice the protein of regular yogurt, with many brands offering up to 20 grams in a single cup. That's a big deal, especially for older adults, because as we age, our bodies need more protein, not less, to maintain muscle mass and help with recovery after any activity, whether it's gardening, swimming, or just walking around the block. But protein isn't the only benefit here. Greek yogurt is also rich in calcium, which supports bone strength, magnesium, which helps muscles contract and relax smoothly, and probiotics, the beneficial bacteria that improve gut health and boost nutrient absorption. And this is key. Even if you're eating healthy foods, your body can't use those nutrients properly unless your digestion is working well. Greek yogurt helps with that, quietly supporting the system that keeps your entire body running smoothly. Now, one thing I've noticed with many of my older clients is that breakfast becomes repetitive or even skipped altogether. Coffee and toast won't give your muscles what they need to stay strong. Instead, I recommend a Greek yogurt parfait. Just layer it with berries, a sprinkle of flaxseed or chia, and a drizzle of raw honey. It tastes like a treat, but it's doing serious work behind the scenes. If you're short on time, a simple bowl of plain Greek yogurt with a spoonful of nut butter can be a great post-activity snack, something I personally rely on after a long walk or even just doing yard work. And one more thing, don't fall for the fruit on the bottom versions that are loaded with added sugar. Go for plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt and sweeten it naturally with fruit or a bit of cinnamon if you like. You'll get all the benefits without the blood sugar crash. Greek yogurt might seem like a small addition, but over time, it supports the systems that help you move, balance, and bounce back from life's little challenges. And the best part? It's simple, it's satisfying, and it's something you can start adding to your routine today. Continuing with the food that takes the #1 spot, this one's a quiet champion that's often overlooked but delivers powerful results in a surprisingly gentle way. If I told you there's a grain that builds muscle without meat, keeps your energy stable, and supports recovery without the heaviness of processed carbs, would you believe it? Let me introduce you to quinoa. Now, I know it's not as familiar as rice or pasta, but quinoa has something those don't. It's one of the very few plant-based foods that contains all 9 essential amino acids, making it a complete protein. That means your body can use it right away to repair and protect your muscles, just like it would with chicken or eggs, but without the cholesterol or saturated fat. And here's what really sets quinoa apart for older adults. It's also packed with fiber, which helps regulate digestion and stabilize blood sugar. That's incredibly important for maintaining steady energy throughout the day, especially if you're active. It also brings a healthy dose of iron for oxygen flow, zinc for tissue repair, and B vitamins to support metabolism and endurance, everything your muscles need to function and recover. What I love most is how easy it is to work into any meal. You can cook quinoa in 15 minutes just like rice, make a warm grain bowl with roasted vegetables, add it to a hearty soup, or, like Frank, one of my clients from Oregon, you can prep a big bowl every Sunday and mix in chickpeas, kale, and avocado. He calls it his longevity lunch. And honestly, I've stolen that name. It's perfect. One common mistake I see? People try quinoa once, don't rinse it properly, and say it tastes bitter. But here's the fix. Rinse it well before cooking to remove the natural coating, called saponin, and season it like you would any base. Garlic, broth, lemon, fresh herbs. Treat it like a canvas, not just a side dish. Personally, I use quinoa at least twice a week. It doesn't leave me feeling sluggish like pasta sometimes does, and I know I'm feeding my body something that nourishes both strength and stamina without weighing me down. Quinoa isn't trendy, it's timeless. And when you eat for strength, meals like this aren't just food. They're a form of self-care. Now, before we wrap things up, I want to share something just as important as what you should eat. What you might be doing that's quietly working against all your best efforts. Because even the healthiest foods can't do their job if these common mistakes are getting in the way. The first one? Skipping protein at breakfast or dinner. I get it. Some mornings, a piece of toast and coffee feels like enough. And by dinner time, especially when you're tired, it's tempting to go light with soup or just a salad. But here's the truth. Your muscles can't rebuild without raw materials. Research shows that older adults need more protein, not less, and spreading it out throughout the day is key. That means including protein in your breakfast, like eggs or Greek yogurt, and again at dinner, when your body does most of its overnight repair. Mistake number 2, not drinking enough water. It sounds simple, but so many of us fall short without realizing it. As we age, our sense of thirst naturally declines, and that makes dehydration much more common. What does that mean for your muscles? Dry muscles cramp faster, feel tighter, and take longer to recover. Hydration helps deliver nutrients, flush out waste, and keep everything, from your joints to your digestion, running smoothly. Aim to sip water consistently throughout the day, not just when you feel thirsty. Sometimes I even set a reminder on my phone, just a gentle nudge to stay on track. And finally, relying too much on supplements instead of real food. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not anti-supplement, but I've seen too many people pile up pills thinking they're covering all the bases while their actual meals are lacking. The truth is, your body absorbs nutrients more effectively from whole foods because they come with fiber, enzymes, and other compounds that work together naturally. Supplements should support your diet, not replace it. So before you add another capsule to your routine, ask yourself, can I get this from something I can chew, taste, and enjoy? That shift alone can make a huge difference in how your body feels, moves, and heals. Because in the end, strength isn't just about what you add, it's also about what you stop doing that's holding you back. Let's take a quick moment to look back at everything we've covered, because sometimes all it takes is a simple list to remind you just how powerful your next meal can be. These aren't exotic superfoods or expensive powders. They're everyday ingredients you can find at your local grocery store. Foods that work with your body, not against it. And when used consistently, they can help you feel steadier on your feet, stronger in your body, and more confident doing the things you love. Here's your muscle-saving recap. Number 7, chicken breast, a classic source of lean, high-quality protein that helps maintain and rebuild muscle without excess fat. 6, almonds, small but mighty, packed with magnesium and vitamin E to support muscle repair, nerve health, and energy. There's 5, spinach, rich in iron, magnesium, and vitamin K, keeps blood flowing, bones strong, and muscles flexible. 4, eggs, nature's complete protein, with vitamin D and B12 for recovery, coordination, and muscle function. 3, salmon, a flavorful, anti-inflammatory powerhouse loaded with omega-3s to speed up muscle repair and protect joints. 2, Greek yogurt, a creamy, protein-dense option that fuels muscles and supports gut health so your body absorbs nutrients better. 1, quinoa, the ultimate plant-based complete protein, with fiber and B vitamins for sustained energy and long-term endurance. Even adding just 1 or 2 of these into your daily routine can start shifting how your body feels. More stable, more capable, and more resilient. Because when it comes to aging well, every bite truly does count. Here's the truth no one tells you enough. Getting older doesn't mean giving up your strength. It means learning how to protect it with a little more intention, a little more care, and yes, the right kind of food. You don't need to overhaul your entire lifestyle overnight. You don't need to follow strict diets or chase trends. Sometimes it's as simple as adding a couple of eggs to your morning, tossing spinach into your soup, or choosing quinoa over white rice. I've seen it firsthand. My dad, who's now 78, used to think slowing down was just something he had to accept. He'd get winded walking to the mailbox. He started skipping outings because his legs weren't what they used to be. But once we made small changes to his meals, adding in more protein, some anti-inflammatory foods, more water, fewer empty carbs, everything started to shift. Now he walks 2 miles every morning, rain or shine, and he says he feels 10 years younger. I'm not telling you this to sell hope. I'm telling you because it's real. Your body wants to be strong. It just needs the right support. So now it's your turn. Which of these 7 foods will you start with this week? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what change you're making first. And if this video helped you feel even a little more in control of your health, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on the tools and inspiration you deserve. Also, share this with someone you love, because no one is ever too old to feel strong again. Thanks for spending this time with me. Keep moving, keep smiling, and remember, your strongest days might not be behind you. They might be just ahead.